idea of me farting. It's ridiculous. I've never farted in my whole life. So hello. Da 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 da. Hello. How are you doing? Are you well? Are you? Welcome to Let Me Bore You to Sleep. My name is Jason Newland. Oh yes. And yeah, that's it. What else can I say? Oh yeah, only listen when you can safely close your eyes. So, I've got two websites, jasonnewland.com, which I'm in the process of rebuilding. That is going to be a place where you can download all of my recordings from years ago up till now. Still in the process of doing that one. The Let Me Bore You to Sleep podcast is on letmeboreyou.com, as well as also available all over the place on various different podcast hosts. In fact, I'll just quickly check. If for any reason you're not sure whether or not Let Me Bore You to Sleep Slurry is where it's available, letmeboreyou.com. So click to that. There is actually, I've got a page devoted just to you. In case perhaps you're listening to me on a podcast host that you don't want to listen to. Maybe you want to listen to me on your own one that you usually use, such as, I don't know, can't think. Well, anyway, you are very lucky because I am available on a page. It's basically letmeboreyou.com/find me online. So find-me-online. Or just go to the website and click on the link. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 different places where you can listen to my podcast, or this Let Me Bore You to Sleep podcast. That does also include YouTube. Now, there may be more places than that, but these are the ones that I found during my research a few weeks back. The SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, Podbean, Castbox, Deezer, AntennaPod, Castro, Curio, Caster, Fountain, Luminary, Podcast Addict, Podcast Index, Podcast Republic, Podchaser, Podfriend, Podverse, and it's just a few others. So that just lets you know. I'm just going to click on a couple of links to make sure it's still there. They don't always update instantly though. Not always instantly. Not always straight away. But they're pretty good. Can't really complain because I don't pay Spotify money or anything. No money comes to me either. So yeah, that's all updated. So what I've been doing today is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've been, like yesterday, I updated the Jason's bedtime story time, and made playlists and everything like that. So I updated all the ones with music, because there wasn't any with music on there. I thought there was. And I have today done the same thing with the ASMR Let Me Bore You to Sleep. I mean, there's less of them, so it didn't take quite as long. And they've all got their images and all there, and they've all got playlists. And the playlists are on SoundCloud. So it's quite a good place to go to if you want to be able to just go through all the different playlists that I've got, because it's just more organised, if you know what I mean. But I'm intending to update on the letmeboreyou.com website. I'll try and have playlists on there as well, so it just takes a little while to get it all done. I can't do everything, so I'm going to have a quick look at the playlists just to let you know. So on here there's still work to do, but I've got playlists for the Let Me Bore You to Sleep. These are the ones with no music, in groups of 50. So 1 to 50, 51 to 100, and then all the way up to the ones I just did today, which is 1101 to 1150. So I'm now in that bracket. So all of those, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So it's 23. Yeah, 23 different playlists with 50 recordings in each one, apart from one that's got I don't know, however many I've done in that one. I'm not sure. And then you've got the ones with music from 1001 onwards, and ones without with 5 hours from 1001 onwards, and 10 hours from 1001 onwards, because I lost a huge amount of my recordings back in last year, and I just decided just to let it go. One of my listeners kindly offered to help with that, but you know what, I'm thinking it's alright. I'm just gonna I guess I want to learn from it if I can. I don't know if I can learn from it, but just to, having backups is just important, and it's a lesson hard learnt, but it's fine. And now I've got the no music, sleepy, boring objects, music 5 hours and 10 hours. So I've got those ones. I've got the no music, Jason's bedtime story times, music 5 hour, 10 hours. And the ones I did today, no music, ASMR whisper, let me bore you to sleep. No music, 5 hours. Music 5 hour, 10 hours. And that is the lot. Although I've just discovered something which was curious. Just discovered Jason's bedtime story time. There's 29 tracks, so that's, I think I'm just going to delete that playlist, because don't need that there. That's an old playlist which I forgot I had there, so now all the playlists are there. Yeah, let me bore. What was that? Bedtime story time. Bedtime. Oh, bedtime story time. No music. Yeah, cool. So they're all there, man. They're all there. I think that's everything on that podcast now. To let me bore you to sleep. Part of the family is the other stuff. You know, the bedtime story time. I don't do many of them. Sleepy boring objects. Again, I don't do many of them. Let me bore your pain away as well. I've got those. So I don't know if I mentioned that. No music. Music 5 hours and 10 hours. Not many of them either. But it's all part of. They're the siblings. They're the little pigeon droppings, as it were, from the Let Me Bore You to Sleep, from Vinny's bum, as he's the star of the show, of course. Now, Andre used to be the star of the show. I know earlier, oh man. So I'm outside and I'm taking Vinny for a little walk. It's kind of one of those short walks. And my neighbour, I was loud on it. My neighbour is about 82, 83 years old. He drove past, he looked out the window, and I waved to him, and he pulled up, and I thought, I'll go and say hello to him. Pulled up, you know, so I walked over. And he was coming back with his shopping. So I said, I'll give you a hand. I'll carry it in for you. And he said, oh, thanks. I've done it before. This is a nice story because it makes me look good on two different ways. But you hear the next bit. Anyway, I said, what I need you to do, because I'm waiting for delivery. Can you keep, that's why I didn't want to go too far. Can you keep an eye on the entrance to where I live, just while I take your stuff in to your place? He said, oh, okay, lad. And I said, right, and you need to hold Vinny. He said, okay, lad. And I said, by the way, how are you getting on? Okay, lad. That's good. I thought, what'd you have for dinner yesterday? Shepherd's pie. Why'd you ask? And I just, no reason. Okay, lad. So I got his stuff and I'm carrying it in. And I can't be more than, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 foot away. Vinny starts screaming. Absolutely screaming. Like with stress or with anxiety, I don't know. Because I'm walking away. And it just felt so nice. Not seeing him suffer. I don't mean in that way. That would be weird. But just, he actually cares about me. And I turned around and I said, sorry, Vinny, this is it. Won't see you again. Bye. Yeah, I just thought I'd help. And anyway, so I walk away. I waved to him. I said, I'll be back in a minute. And I walk and put the stuff away. So he doesn't see me. It can't be for more than 30 seconds. I come back out. Absolutely nutty when he sees me. Jumping up all over me, like licking me and screaming with delight. Again, I don't know if he was screaming with delight. I've never actually experienced seeing anyone scream with delight. I don't know. But he seemed quite happy to see me. It felt lovely. It's like, wow. So that kind of makes me look good in both sides. It's like, apart from the bit where I teased him, but I didn't really. But I just like, so I'm this wonderful human being that's helping an elderly neighbour in labour. And then Vinny loves me so much. So I'm obviously like the best daddy in the world as well. I mean, if Mariah Carey was here, she would be singing, there's a hero, wouldn't she? She would be singing that song to me. In fact, wait a minute. She's singing it through the letterbox. I can hear her. I'm not going to answer the door because she gets annoying. Always knocking on the door. Have you got any tea bags? Like, Mariah, go away, mate. Come on. I thought maybe we could go out for a coffee sometime. I said, yeah. If I tell you what, to be fair, right? Me and Mariah Carey, we were going to go out. I remember when I first moved in here, she said, look, would you like to go out for coffee or go for a drink or maybe a meal? And I said, all right, okay, cool. So I put my shoes on, put my coat on and my hat. And she said, you wearing that hat? I said, what? She said, it's winter, by the way. Are you wearing that hat? Are you going out in that hat? I don't want to be seen with you in that hat. I said, okay, I'll do a deal with you. I will take this hat off if you go out the door and come back the 1991 version of yourself. Then I'll take the hat off. How about that one, eh? Hey? That's just rude. It's rude. It is rude. It's my hat. You can't make... And we had a little bit of a falling out, but then she sings through the letterbox. Every time we have a little bit of a row, a little bit of an argument, to make up for it, she sings through the letterbox. So she does that, and I stick something through hers. So it's kind of, we have that thing going on where it's. I would say it's one of those situations because we're both. Because of our ages, I mean, she's in her 50s now as well, probably about 55. I'm 53, although I'm not supposed to mention her age, because she is 55, literally. Did you think I just Wikipedia'd it? I did. Bloody, I can't believe she's 55. She's done at 55, does she? Mind you, either do I. I still look younger than her. And she gets so jealous. Because, the thing is, I could try to say to her, look, she's like, women are looking at you. Women are looking at you. I said, yeah, but have you ever thought maybe they're looking at me because I'm with you? Worldwide superstar Mariah Carey. And she said, oh, didn't think about that. But they're looking at you. Why aren't they looking at me? Are they looking at you as well? Don't worry. I don't see them looking at me. Yeah, because they wait until you walk past. Then they look at you. Are you saying they look at my big bum? I didn't say that. You said I got a big bum. No, I didn't say you got... Moo Moo. That's what I call her. Moo Moo, listen. It's a nickname. It goes back to when she was pregnant. So she gets so jealous, and I keep saying to her, look, I want to make her feel better about herself. Like, she's dated movie stars and producers. She's travelled the world. She's loved by millions of people. And I try to make her, if I can, to make her feel a little bit better about herself and to build her self-esteem whenever I can. And I said, listen, Moo Moo. Right, I know you're concerned, you think I'm going to leave, and let's face it, where am I going to find someone better than you? A 55-year-old with all that money. It didn't go, like, it wasn't supposed to start out like that. It was genuine, where am I going to get better? Well, again, it sounds like a meal, doesn't it? Well, where am I going to get a better burger than here? I've got to stay here. I didn't mean it like that. I'd never, ever, ever compare a human being to a burger. I'm hungry now. I haven't had a burger in ages. Last time I got a burger, it was a delivery, McDonald's, and it was cold. McDonald's burgers are not nice cold. And the fries were beyond cold. They'd reversed. They would reverse back to just being potatoes. Seriously, you think I'm joking? Well, I am. But, you know, horrible. So, I might give them another go. Maybe the 8th time in a row. Maybe they'll get it right this time. But me and Moo Moo, we just got, I don't know. I think it all comes from the past. What most things do, don't they, really? She used to, when she was young, there was a big thing, a big competition, a lot of comparison. That's the thing when she started about being compared. There was a lot of comparison between her and Wee Wee. Whitney Houston, sorry. That's what she called Whitney Houston. That's what I used to call her as well. She didn't like me calling her that. I remember she used to say, "I wish you wouldn't call me that." That's what she said. I remember she just finished filming the video for "I Will Always Love You," and it was perfect. And it was that, you know, that bit at the end bit. The last thing she filmed was that bit which turned from being in the studio to suddenly being like outside or whatever. I will always love you. Yeah. Moo Moo always used to say, "I can sing better than that. I'm better than Wee Wee." But anyway, you know, it's competition. What can you do? So I remember Whitney was she just filmed that scene, and that was the last scene. I blew my mind. It's like, well, shouldn't you have to sing the whole song? She said, "No, I got to like get you into a little." She's okay, I'll do it. "I gotta let you into a little secret." I said, "What's that? What's that, Whitney Houston?" She said, "I am. Well, you know when you see me sitting there?" I said, "Yes." "And I look beautiful." I said, "Well, can't argue with that. It's true. But you know, I'm with Moo Moo, or I will be in the future, so I can't really comment on your appearance, or I wouldn't anyway, because I'm a gentleman, and although this is 1990, because it hasn't been released 1991 or whatever, you know, I'm going to be talking about this in 30 years, 35 years time. Oh my God. 30. You know, every now and then I think of this girl that I met December 1991, and she's one of the people that I've gotten best with ever. And I was, 20? I'll be 21 by then. And she was about 16, 17, 18, I don't know. 20, 21? Yeah, I was 21. I just really liked her. She's pregnant. I still liked her. I mean, there's no reason not to like someone because they're pregnant, but yeah, I still think about her. So I wonder what she did with her life. Not what she did with her life, like, I mean, how did she live her life? Is she happy? Is she, did she have a happy life? I hope so, because she was so lovely. She was one of these bubbly, happy, just kind girls. Anyway, back to Wee Wee. She said, well, when I'm on the stage singing during the video. I said, yeah, because I was listening. Well, I don't actually sing the song. I said, I could hear you singing it. I said, no. Did you not notice there's no microphone? There's no... Oh, yeah. That's weird. So where was the voice? How could I hear you so well if there was no microphone? Well, I wasn't singing. Yeah, but I could hear you. But that's the music. I know it's music, but I could hear your voice as well. No, the music has my voice on it. But how? It's on the record, the CD. But see, the CD's not been released yet. Oh. There were still albums as well, wasn't there? Yeah. CDs, were they? I don't know, were they a thing? CDs in 91? I think they were. I don't know. We haven't really worked this one out, have we? No, I think you should put a bit more research into your podcasts, actually. Me and Moo have discussed this many times over a nice Baileys. You drink Baileys? No, that's a chauffeur's name. She had a weird laugh. Whitney did. Oh, sorry, wee. A very weird laugh. But the problem with that is Mariah, Moo and Wee Wee. So Moo was she was always compared to Wee Wee because Wee Wee came first. And it was that kind of, I mean, they were both, well, I don't think they were similar at all anyway. I remember Moo saying to me once, said, "Oh, everyone compares me to Wee Wee." Oh, that's the wrong voice. Everyone compares me. Everyone compares me. She talked differently at different times. Everyone compares me to Wee Wee. Yup, lad, everyone compares me to Wee Wee. And I said, what do you mean? She said, well, that Whitney, Wee Wee. She said, everyone compares me to her, but I don't sound nothing like her. I see, you don't sound like anything at all at the moment. Weird accents keep changing. Well, I blame that on the narrator. She had a weird laugh also. And she said, no one's comparing us, but we're nothing like each other. And I was like, you're right. She's got much better legs than you. It just blurted it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to blurt it out. I was thinking it and it came out. Didn't mean to. And she got so angry with me. I was like, I didn't mean it, Moo. I didn't mean, you've got better other bits. She's like, you shouldn't be comparing people, and especially not women. It's not on. I said, I wasn't comparing. I was trying to point out that there isn't no comparison. Well, because she's got better legs. No, she's got different legs. That's what I meant. I didn't mean better. I mean different. Yeah. And you've got different boobs. What's wrong with my boobs? They're different. It's like, no, I mean, but, I don't know. I'm confused. You never used to use the word boobs before? That's a weird word. Boobs. You're a boob. I know I am. But this is an intimate situation where we're both on our own, in private. You know, it's not like a public conversation. And sometimes in private we say things that we wouldn't necessarily say in public. Yeah, you better not mention it on your podcast. I don't. What's a podcast? Oh, it's that thing you're going to do in 35 years. Okay. Blimey, I'll still be around in 35 years, will I? Yeah, but you'll be ever so fat. That's rude. You're rude. So, Wee Wee. I liked Wee Wee. Because she just... You know, you can have different friends, forgetting, joking about body parts and that. Ironic, those, because both Wee Wee and Moo Moo, sorry. There is another one I used to call Poo Poo, but it doesn't matter. Amy. So that's because she just constantly poo. No, there's no one called Poo Poo. There was Wee Wee, Moo Moo, and Rihanna copied them. She called herself Riri. Very close to Wee Wee. But then in a way, she's overtook all of the previous singers really in like how much she's produced, the amount of albums, the amount of songs, the amount of world tours she's done. But probably, I don't know if she hasn't probably sold as many records, which is weird, isn't it? It's strange how you could, like in the 70s or in the 80s or the 90s even, you could sell a record and just one record. If it was big, if it was worldwide, you could live the rest of your life off of that one record. Look at Elton John. Candle in the Wind. What else did he do? Nothing. He didn't do nothing. This one song, Elton John, one song, he tours the whole world singing that one song and a few other little itty bitties, little rhymes and stuff. I mean, it's like, why didn't he have more than one song? Why didn't he sing more songs? I mean, living off just one song, I think. Sorry, I'm not hating. I'm just saying that Elton John, I think, when he gets older, when he hits 90 in a couple of years' time, I think he will look back and like pinch himself. First of all, like, wow, I've had such a successful career off the back of one song that got to number one twice. Just changed the lyrics, in 97. So, and he's had this whole career just basically off one single song. I wonder how many he's sold of that song. Let's have a look. I'm just looking at his, trying to find it. Why are all these other songs listed? Come on. I'm trying to find it. It's like too many. Too many. I don't know why they've like it nested it. It's nested in like among 464 other songs. Oh, come on. Anyway, okay. Maybe I got some of the details wrong. I used to call him Ooh-Ooh, Elton. Ooh-Ooh. I tell you what, you might not know this about him. He gets so angry if you hide his socks. Seriously, he gets furious. He has little tantrums. I remember around there once, and I was teaching, because I give him piano lessons. It's been a good gig, actually. I've been teaching him since he was a kid. Well, he wasn't a kid, to be fair. He couldn't play the piano. He got his first hit. The one was, what's the name, Candle in the Wind, and he used to play that. He spent 3 years going into pubs, and he used to play it using a thimble, like, well, it seems to be, she lives her life like a candle in the wind, ding, 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 like that. Sometimes he would get a yogurt cup, 2 yogurt cups, and he'd like put them together, so it's like that. It didn't always work, but he was very creative, but he couldn't play the piano. And I said to him, why don't you learn to play the piano? Because I was sitting there watching him thinking, yes, he's got something here. That might be quite a good song. Some of the words need to be changed, to be honest. And I helped him with that. I helped him reword the song. So I co-wrote it. But it's like, it seems to me you live your life like a candle in the wind. That's me. Because the whole idea is the visuals of a candle, and you never know when it's going to kind of blow out. It's, that instability that of the candle. His original lyrics is, it seems to me you live your life like a sausage on a train. And it's like a sausage on I don't take drugs, honest. I don't. It seems to me you live your life like a sausage on a train, never knowing where to go to until it rains. He just got, I'll be honest, he got a bit obsessed with sausages in that song. He was constantly describing the sausages, and I was like, I said to him, listen, because his original name was, I forget, it wasn't Elton, he had a different name, Gertrude or something. And I said, listen, Gertrude, you need to change the lyrics. And he said, would you help me? Would you help me, please? Would you help me? Please, sir, would you help me? And I said, okay, I'll do my best. I said, when I actually showed him the lyrics, he said, oh, that's great. That's really great. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I said, okay, cool. He said, could I ask you a favour? I said, what? He said, can you teach me that thing, the thing that makes sounds? I said, what thing that makes sounds? He said, that tinkle tinkle thing where you push down and it makes sounds, and you see monkeys play them in the fair, and they go. That's when I realised he was talking about a piano, and I also realised that he had quite a good ear for melody, because I picked up on that. Well, to be fair, to start with, the song was it seems to me you live your life like a candle in the wind, like that. But then when I saw what he did with the music, well, he changed it to do 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 do. I thought, there's something here. So I said, listen, 2 things. I will teach you to play the piano. He said, really? Really? No kidding? Do you mean it? I said, yeah, I will. I'll teach you to play the piano, but on one condition. Well, two conditions, really. What's that? What's that, sir? What? Anything? I said, well, three. You don't have to call me sir. I mean, you're older than me. He said, yeah, I know, but I respect you so much. I've only respect you, but you're already my hero. So, okay, that's lovely. And this is going in a different direction to what I thought. I was going to moan about something, but I've forgotten what it was now. Okay, so I said to him, look, we need to like, first of all, I'll teach you to play the piano, but I will only teach you one song. He said, really? For sure? I said, yes, definitely, for sure. He said, no lies, you promise? I said, yeah, I promise. I'll teach you one song. And it will be the song you did, but we need to change the lyrics. Sausage on a train is not a great line. And it's not a great title either, to be honest. Sausage on a train. Can you imagine that in the charts? He said, I can. I really can, honest. I said, no, but I can't. He said, but it's the 70s. I said, okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. But probably need to work on it. And he said, well, I've got a friend called Bernie. I said, oh, let me stop you. He said, what? What is it? What is it, sir? I said, look, are you talking about Turpin? Yeah. We call him Dick. That's a bit rude. Sir. I said, no, Dick Turpin. Not. Oh, get it. Ooh. So, oh, yeah, but don't mess with him. Don't bother with him. Why is that? I said, because... Look, he was one of my students in the past. I don't tell everyone. And he still owes me £4.50. Hasn't paid it back. And you know what? We went out for lunch once. Went to this nice restaurant. He ate 3 bread rolls. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with eating three bread rolls? Bit greedy, but what is it, sir? Well, we had 2. There was 4 bread rolls in the basket. He ate 3. There was 4 to share between us, 2 of us. 2 for me and 2 for him. No, but you'd have 2 though. If you had 3, you'd still have 2, wouldn't you? I said, no, add it up. 1, 2, 4. No, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not about that. It's just. Listen, I can't be dealing with someone like that. And you know, apart from anything else, all he ever does is talk about frogs. What do you mean? I said he just talks about frogs. He's obsessed with frogs. Have you not been to his house? No, I haven't been to his house, but I'd like to. I really would. I said, well, no, I'd recommend don't. Everything is frog this, frog that. He's got all the wallpaper is green, got green frogs everywhere. But frogs are green, aren't they, sir? I said, well, not all frogs are green. Some frogs are different colours, especially in Disney movies. Oh, I do love a Disney movie. Yep, okay. Let's try and stay on track. So it just gets a little... It's not so much that he's got frog ornaments. He's got paintings of frogs. He just wants to talk about them all the time. He says any opportunity to talk about frogs, he will talk about it. I mean, we're having our dinner. He said, so, this is Dick Turpin, Bernie, we call him Dick, but Dick Turpin, but Bernie talking. So I said to him, so how's it going with you? It's going quite well, thanks. I said, okay. And he said, how about you? How are you doing? I said, well, to be honest, it's been a little bit difficult because just had some family problems, a bereavement in the family. He said, I like frogs. I said, what? I like frogs. I like to collect frogs and pictures of frogs and have frogs on the wall. And I like to go to the zoo and see frogs. I said, did you hear what I said about the bereavement? He said, yeah, frogs die, you know. I've seen frogs. I've seen live ones as well. I like frogs. They're great. Do you like frogs? I said, listen, can we just... Why are you talking about frogs all the time? That reminds me. What's that? I like frogs. Did I tell you I like frogs? They're great. So yeah, don't go to dinner with him. Don't go to his house. He'll chew your ear off all night long about frogs. He said, okay then, sir. Okay, I won't then. I said, okay, good. But where was we? Oh yeah, so we need to change the lyrics of the song. Sausage on a Train, not a good title. No offence. I mean, does it have a meaning to you, that title? Does it have any emotional meaning for you? He said, well, yeah, there was that one time. What? Well, that one time that was really emotional for me. Okay. I'm a little bit worried to ask this. Or what happened? Well, I was on a train and there was this lady and she fell over. The train halted really quickly and she fell over and we had to call an ambulance and had to stop the train and everything was mislaid and we all had to get off the train and the ambulance had to get on and she was very poorly and it was very, very distressing and I came home, I was very distressed. And I said, okay, how is that connected to the song? He said, well, I had a sausage on the train and I left it on there. I lost it. Oh, this is getting silly now. I know. Why's your accent changed? Oh, it hasn't, sir, it hasn't. Oh, good. So, other than that, so I need to change the words to the song. Also need to change your name. Yeah. So he agreed with me on that one. Even Elton realised that his name was wrong. He shouldn't... He said, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, sir? I said, no, I'm the narrator. I'm talking to the audience now. Just shush. Oh, okay, sorry about that. Sorry, everybody. That's okay, cool. He realised that he was never going to get anywhere with the name that he had. I can't remember the name he had because such a long time ago. And this is in the 1800s. Anyway, he did have a name in mind. And he wanted to call himself Elvis. I said, you can't call yourself Elvis. Why is that? Why is that then, sir? I said, stop calling me sir. Well, you can't because then there's already an Elvis. Huh? Yeah, there's no Elvis Presley. No, never heard of him. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll? No, never heard of him. He's been around for 20 years. You never heard of him? No, never. Is he any good? King of rock, the best in the world, the most famous, probably one of the most famous people in the world. No, Where does he live? Is he in London? Does he live in London? Is it in London? Is it that he lives? No, he doesn't live in London. Why would you say that? Does he live in London? No, I don't know everyone here. You see, there's thousands of people live in London. Well, it's millions. Exactly, thousands. Lots of thousands makes a million, doesn't it? All right, okay. I notice it's starting to wind down a little bit now. Have you noticed that? Yeah, there's a lot of energy in this, wasn't there, before? But now it just seems to have slowed down a bit. Like it's not really, it's not cutting edge anymore. It's lost its oomph a bit. Why? What do you reckon that is? I don't know. We started off so well. I mean, I think Sausage on the Train was definitely the high point. But I don't know, sir. I don't know. It's just, if you'd have come up with a better name other than Elvis, I think maybe it could have gone further. We could have carried it on. But I think you've pretty much, you farted in the duck pond, as it were. Farted in the duck pond. Yep, that's what my dad always used to say. Whenever I messed up, he said, "You farted in the duck pond again." Okay, that's weird. So yeah, so I taught him play the piano, one song. And I'll be honest with you, I'm busy. I don't got time to keep track of that. He had a hit with the song. I remember phoning me up and saying, Jay. And he was like, okay, breathe. He said, well, I'm breathing too much. I said, okay, sorry, slow down your breathing then. I said, I'm in the top charts. I'm in the top 10. I said, okay. He phoned me up. And I just like, okay, good on you. We did well, didn't we? He said, what do you mean we? I said, well, I taught you to play the piano. I mean, before, you were literally in a pub. Before you met me, you were in a pub singing Sausage in a Train whilst tap dancing. That probably wasn't going to get you in the charts. He said, I think it was quite good, actually. I think it was better before. I said, okay. If you really believe that, then this week when you go on to Top of the Pops, change the lyrics back to the original ones. Yeah, do that. And don't worry. You don't need the piano. Just stand there. Do a little bit of tap dancing, finger cymbals. Just go back to how it was. Yogurt pots. You're always mocking me, aren't you, sir? Why? I said, I'm not always mocking you. I only called you to tell you the good news. I said, that is good news. Better news is I've got money. I can give you money. I'm going to make lots of money from this. I said, look, I don't need any money from you. I'm just happy to help. Think of me as kind of like Gandhi. I'm someone that has come into your life, has helped you in your time of need and has moved on. There are other people that need my spiritual guidance. And I realised he'd hung up. Like as soon as I said I don't need any money, he hung up. So never mind. So I thought, no, that's it, done. I didn't follow him after that. I did no idea. And to this day, I actually thought he just had that one hit. But now I see on Wikipedia, it had loads. I'm a bit embarrassed with my ignorance. I mean, to be honest, I could have probably do with some of that money now. Some of those royalties, but I don't know if it's too late. And how do you... I mean, I suppose I could phone him, but then... I wonder if Moo Moo knows him. The Moo Moo knows him. Of course she does. That's how. Yeah. So Mariah, maybe she can speak to him, but then she's kind of semi-retired now, to be honest. She's, because, you know, she lives near me, and the only singing she generally does is through letterbox now, through my letterbox. And I don't know. I mean, she works so hard, bless her. She really did. She travelled around. I mean, she had to, whatever she did, I wasn't with her, but she was busy, you know, always going from here to there, interviews and television appearances and stuff like that. But you know the one thing that she really had issues with, you know, like people say, oh, you're so lucky you're with Moo Moo, you're with Mariah Carey, you're so lucky that you're with her, and she's perfect. Well, let me tell you something. She's far from perfect. Now, it's not like me to put down anybody, to be disrespectful. But she made me a cup of tea the other day. Way too much milk. And I found out that she put the milk in first. I tell you, she's going to be singing through the letterbox a few more days before I open that door. I was fuming. It's just... And I say to her, look, this isn't a hard question, or not a hard thing to remember, I don't think. I think it's quite an easy thing to remember because it's a little bit quirky, maybe. But I like 2 tea bags in my cup. 2 tea bags. 1 sugar. And then let the tea bags, ferment or whatever they do their thing. And the only other thing, it's a little bit quirky. It's only really happened since I lived in Ireland for a little while, and it's one of the local customs. But I like the milk straight out of the cow. So obviously it's quite hard to get them onto the counter, the kitchen counter, but it was, that's what in Ireland, I don't know if you know that, everyone's got a cow in the kitchen. I should make sure I refrain what I said there so that you know what I mean. When I said everyone's got a cow cow in the kitchen, I mean a literal cow, okay? I'm not being derogatory about people. It's literally, there's a cow, okay, and the old bag milks it. No, sorry, that's where the can't believe people used to say things like that in the 70s and the 80s. So weird things they used to talk about people. I'm not like that. Cow, it's a weird word, cow. To call someone a cow, I mean, I've been called a pig a few times, but that's more because of my toilet habits. Apparently, some people have problems. They have things that mess up a relationship, or maybe not with the person, but with their family. You know, when you go and visit the in-laws, even if you're not married, they're still kind of in-laws, aren't they? So my in-laws had an issue with my toilet habits and my dinner habits. Now, sometimes they might have an issue with one or the other, but they had an issue with both. admittedly they were at the same time, but it's like, well, if you got to eat, you got to eat. You got to go, you got to go. And if you got to eat when you got to go, you got to go when you got to eat, innit? That's what I've always said. You can't make a duck read a book if the duck doesn't know that you want it to read a book, and you try and guide it towards the book without learning some kind of language that can communicate with the duck that you want it to read a book. And ducks are stubborn. You can't make a duck really do anything. That's why ducks and chickens are very similar as well. So chickens, you can't make them do anything, but luckily they do one thing that it's really useful, and that's poo out eggs. They have eggs for poo. They don't have normal poo. They actually have, it's amazing. Can you imagine if we all did that? Every time someone did a poo, it was food for someone else. Well, I wouldn't personally want to eat it myself, but it comes out of a chicken's bum, it's food for us. So if our poo eggs came out, we could feed that to elephants or something. Nature's amazing, isn't it? Don't you think? I think I'm going to have a pizza. I'm going to watch the boxing. I'm going to have a pizza and watch the boxing tonight. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take the little one for a quick jog as well. And I can't remember, I was going to talk about something. I don't remember what I was going to talk about today. I did the Q&A yesterday, so I hope that was okay. Hope I fulfilled most questions. There was one missing right at the end, but I didn't get it until today, and I'd already recorded it. So this is a message for Matthew. Matthew, thanks for your message. Is who are your favourite comedians? I will do that next Friday. Okay. Might need a bit of reminding, but I'll try and remember. Also, we've lost one person out of the Jason Newland's boring group. It was 161 members yesterday, and now it's 160. Don't know what's happened. Hope whoever it is okay. So lots of love to everyone. Remember to be kind to yourself, because you deserve to be happy. Remember to be gentle with yourself. And I will speak to you again tomorrow. Lots of love. Bye.